Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, 4 stakes races at Laurel on Saturday. The big one is the Frank J. DeFrancis Memorial Dash. Here's the field. Some nice sprinters going 3/4 of a mile for this grade 3. $200,000 is the purse. You've got the defending champion in this race, the venerable veteran Lakai, very popular Maryland bred, Mike. This is a tough field, though, maybe a little bit tougher than the field Lakai faced in last year's DeFrancis.
I think it probably is, Dan. I mean, he's a really nice horse. I have no knocks on him at all. I do think it's probably a tougher field here. He won it last year with a 95 buyer. 95 buyer is probably not going to get it done this year in the face of the two favorites. And, not that you necessarily want to chalk out here, but I felt like it was going to be tough for either the 2 or the 5 not to come out on top here.
Well, let's throw up the time form U.S. pace projector. Wonder where Craig is. Popped a 102 buyer 2 starts back. That is the co-highest number in Maryland in 2021. He shares that 102 with the Preakness winner. He came back with a win last time out at Saratoga in gate-to-wire fashion. He has speed. He also has the advantage of an outside post. I talked to Kent Sweezy, the trainer of Kalu, and he says Kalu is absolutely going from the rail.
I don't see why they wouldn't go with Kalu from the rail. I don't, necessarily think Wonder Where Craig is has to be in front to run his best race. Maybe he gets there anyway, but I got to believe that Kalu's going. I mean, he's finally gotten himself into really good form, Dan, and he's done that by using his speed sprinting.
Sweezy's done a nice job with Kalu. He once claimed this horse for $8,000, a well-bred Godolphin horse that wasn't doing much early in his career. He's by Sapper, the second dam, a fantastic horse named Chaluki. This horse has found himself in his last few races. He's won 4 of his last 5, including this race at Parks. And this was sort of the breakout performance because he popped a 96 buyer speed figure, a legitimate number in this race, sat just off another horse, barreled on home to win. This is a nice runner. He's probably going to try to make the front, but Wonder Where Craig is could be breathing right down his neck.
Yeah, we'll see if they do send him, and I think they should send him. We'll see if that works out for him here, Dan. I have no knocks on his recent form. He went 0 for 6 shortly after Ken Sweezy took over, and there's a loss in there for around a $6,000 tag, but obviously he's gotten a lot better since then.
It's been a winding road to the DeFrancis Memorial for the 2 Jalen Journey, a horse who won his maiden for $50,000, then ended up grade 1 placed in the Bing Crosby in 2019, then briefly went to controversial Jorge Navarro's barn. He never started for Navarro, then came off a 2-year layoff and ended up in some claiming races, and now he's back on top of his game. Let's watch Jalen Journey's last race at Saratoga. 102 buyer, Asmussen winning everything at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This is a very fast race, not a very good field, I didn't think anyway, but certainly a pretty fast race here. We'll see if he can back it up, Dan. I got to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this horse. When he won 3 starts back going 7 at Belmont, just got the softest of pace to control that day, and he wound up winning. So I wasn't sold on him. I thought he ran better 2 back when he got hooked up and then got run over by a big closer in Montauk traffic. Listen, he ran well last time. I'm still not a big believer. If he's going to be the favorite in here, I don't want him.
Rising star Charlie Marquez will pilot the 3 Whiskey and You, who just couldn't get out of first gear last time out in the Chaladon at Pimlico. This is a horse that if the pace is fast, he will come with a little bit of a run. He just might be overmatched.
Yeah, it looks like he's overmatched to me. I mean, we'll see if this pace gets hooked up, because certainly not only the rail horse, but the 2 favorites both have some speed. So I guess there's a chance that things get hot and heavy on the front end. I still don't think this horse can win.
Well, in a dismissed War Toxins last race, they tried him that 2-turn sprint at Charlestown. He might not have liked the configuration that day. Second to Wonder Where Craig is 2 back, although no match for the horse on that day.
Yeah, no match. He was only second best that day. He doesn't really have the figures that make him a real viable contender in here on the win end, but maybe he can get a piece.
Wonder Where Craig is has always had immense potential. Brittany Russell took him to Saratoga last year. He ran 4th in the Amsterdam, then wisely gave the horse a break. He's come back very well at 4. Other than one hiccup at Delaware, he's been super. Let's watch his last race at Saratoga. This is the restricted Tail of the Cat. He took no prisoners. Louis Saez put him right on the front. He kept on rolling. He is fast, and it's possible we've still yet to see his best. He's only raced 8 times.
Yeah, I agree. I like that he might still have some upside. This is a nice win for him. This isn't, a great field, a restricted stakes race, but he did what he had to do here. Gets a little drifty there through the stretch, but he's not stopping running Just another good performance. I like this horse. I think he's good. I've liked him from day one, Dan. I think I do like the fact that you brought up earlier that he's drawn outside here. I think that could really help him.
Lakai won this race last year. It gave the hardworking trainer his first ever graded stakes score. A lot of folks are going to be rooting for Lakai, who makes start number 38. It is fair to wonder where his form is these days. Last time out in the Chesapeake at Colonial, he just didn't fire that day. And it's kind of an in-out situation for Lakai. Lasix off this time around.
Yeah, he's just a really nice horse, and you kind of know what you're going to get from him. He has the right running style for this race too, Dan, 'cause I think he will sit a little bit, maybe hope that there's some hitting in front of him and he can come pick up the pieces.
Agree with you. Think he sits a second flight trip right behind the 1 and the 5. We take a look at our top picks for the DeFrancis Memorial. Wonder where Craig is, could be in control of this turning for home, and that's half the battle, perhaps.
It might be. I just trust him a little bit more than Jalen Journey, Dan. That's why I put him on top.
I wonder if Jalen Journey trips out. I think if Kalu and Wonder Where Craig is goes fast, Jalen Journey might have the tactical speed to sit third and perhaps wear down some tired pace setters. It'll be interesting to see how they bet this race. I wonder if Wonder Where Craig is ends up slightly favored over Jalen Journey, but it should be an excellent edition of the DeFrancis. Mike's going 5-2-6-1. I'm going 2-5-1-4. Best of luck.